Okay, so I survived night number 2, and here is my campsite, which I wasn't able to show you last night because it was too dark, but it was an okay night. It was clear, a little bit cold, and believe it or not, I didn't hear anybody come across there. I didn't hear the train come down these tracks, if in fact it did. But anyway, this is, I believe this is called the Oceana Dunes, San Luis Obispo County campground and RV park. So I'm gonna make myself some espresso, and then I'm gonna get down to Pismo Beach and check out the city before heading down to Santa Barbara, where I'll be spending the night somewhere near there tonight. Okay, so this is the start of day number 3, and I find myself at Grover Beach. And Grover Beach is just south of Pismo Beach. I spent the night at the Oceana campground just up the street here, and the campgrounds over in Pismo Beach were full. I guess you really gotta book those things well in advance, those campsites. So I'm gonna head down to Carpinteria, which is south of Santa Barbara, and my friend Larry's gonna come up from Ventura. Hopefully there'll be a campsite there, and I'm gonna spend the next 2 days actually in Carpinteria. So that should be a nice time. I've been there before. It's a nice campground right on the beach. So with that being said, I'm gonna head on out. Gotta find a Starbucks. I don't think I haven't seen any Starbucks around here. These are small towns, probably population 5 to 15,000 people. There's some people getting ready for their morning. Sure is a nice lifestyle out here. Alright, so here we are. We're at the entrance to Pismo Beach. I'm on Highway 1, called the Pacific Coast Highway also. This highway goes all the way from Mexico, as far as I know, all the way up into Canada. And you're probably going to see a couple guys coming by here that are cycling. They went, I saw them in the campground. They're cycling from Los Angeles. Here they come right now. They're cycling from Los Angeles to San Francisco. So I'm going to drive into Pismo Beach, spend a little bit of time there. I just want to see what it's like. I've never really been to Pismo Beach. I've driven by it on the highway a lot, but I learned about it because Jack LaLanne lived here. And I bought a Jack LaLanne juicer of all things. So anyway, seems like a nice place. I'm going to go check it out. Right, as I was coming into Pacific Grove, right on the left-hand side was the sign, Pismo State Beach Butterfly Grove. And you can see right behind that sign there's a lot of eucalyptus trees. So apparently the butterflies, when they're migrating, they like these eucalyptus trees. They like to come in and, whatever you want to call it, roost or whatever. I see some butterflies floating around. I've seen these before in these trees up north where I live. And it's just massive clumps of butterflies. They just clump together. I don't know if there's any here right now. There's some people up here looking up into the trees. So we'll go up and take a look. The smell, when you're inside one of these eucalyptus groves, such as I am here, the smell is just spectacular. It's really, really a nice smell. A sign talking about the Monarch Butterfly. They come to Pismo Beach from the west of the Rocky Mountains and as far north as Canada in late August and early September. They start their long migration. And one of the reasons that they like to come to Pismo Beach is warm, and their offspring can't survive the northeast cold and harsh winter. So they come here for the food also and the nectars of the flowers.
She's just a little scared.
And up in the trees, they do what's called clustering. Even though it's warm weather here, you still get some cool breezes. So they try to stay, they clump together to avoid getting wet. So there are some. I see there's quite a few up there actually. I'll be able to zoom right in on them. Wow. How beautiful. What a nice thing to get on film. See if I can zoom in.
Go to Mexico. Well, they must come from Canada. They must come from Canada.
They're not easy to find. There's one. There you go. There's actually quite a few of them right in that area. There's a book that I have called The Book of Questions. It's a book of just off-the-wall questions written by a psychologist. And the book is intended to help people get to know one another. And one of the questions in there is, would you, for a 1 week or 1 month, all expense paid trip to any place in the world, kill a beautiful butterfly by pulling off its wings? And I've gotten mixed responses to that question over the years. Some people say they're just a bug. They're a pretty bug, that's for sure. Certain times of the year you'll just see thousands of these just clumped up into the trees. Okay, so let's find our way back down to Pismo Beach then. All right, here it is, Pismo Beach. And I've been waiting. This was the main place that I wanted to see on this road trip, was Pismo Beach. And as I had mentioned, I bought the Jack LaLanne juicer. And when I was reading up on Jack LaLanne, I found out that these were his stomping grounds. So there's a boardwalk down here, and I'm going to take the boardwalk. That's going to take me down around to a pier. So let's go ahead, and it's a beautiful morning here in Pismo Beach, California. Let's make the most of it. All right, so here I am right down at the beginning of the boardwalk. And on these boardwalks, now there's a lot of surfers out. Not surfers on the boardwalk, on the beach. There's a fog. You can see the fog that hasn't burned off. It's actually quite chilly out here. But I'm just gonna go and take you right down the boardwalk. Having this unicycle really serves several purposes. One, it's so easy to get around on and convenient. You can easily walk and just have it by your side. It's also a great conversation starter, needless to say. I think the most common comment that I'll hear is, you lost your other wheel. There's people gathering on the beach. Oh, this boardwalk is really nice. It also enables me to put a lot more on video than if I were simply just walking along. It's getting a little bumpy here. It's also uphill, but I made it. Hard on my thighs. So they're having a Western Surfing Association event here today. This boardwalk is actually pretty bumpy. Wow, this goes out quite a ways. I'm gonna get off the unicycle, give you a view of the beach. A lot of fog, but it's clearing. Let's go see if we can see some surfers. Okay, so I found my way out to the end of the pier, and you see a father and his son there with their fishing rods in the water, having a good time. And the sign said that there was no fishing on the pier. Or actually, I'm sorry, the sign said that there's no license required to fish on the pier. You don't need a fishing license. You just come on out here and throw your pole in the water, throw your line in the water, I should say. So if I pan around over here, you'll see the seabirds. Do not feed the birds. That's actually a baby seagull. They have the color that kind of blends them in with the sand. And then when they get older, they turn white. So I hear a big wave down here. And there's some surfers. Quite a few of them actually, just waiting to catch a good wave. A lot of these are younger people. A lot of women too, I've seen out there. They're all just trying to wait for the next big wave. There are not too many big waves at the moment. That'll probably pick up as the day does. Okay, so I'm gonna head back in, find the, just go through the town real quick, and then I'll be on my way down to Carpinteria. Okay, another thing I like to do when I'm traveling is I like to just take the camera and just kind of narrate as I'm going through. Try to give people that are watching us an idea as to just what it's actually like to be here and walking down the pier. It's a Sunday morning at about 11:30, 11 o'clock. A lot of people coming from church. Big mix of Hispanic and Caucasian or white people. Sure, it's going to be a beautiful day here in Pismo Beach today. Future surfers. Okay, on the way back to the car, I thought I'd find a main street, which is called Pomeroy Street. Thought I'd just take you down Pomeroy Street, give you an idea as to what it looks like here in Pismo Beach. Here's a cafe. People are just lined up to have their morning coffee or breakfast. It's called the Splash Cafe. All the typical shops you'd find in a beach town, surfboard shops and sunglasses, t-shirts. Poncho surf shop. And then right down here is where you again pick up the wharf. So we're gonna head back to the car and complete this part of the trip. Alright, I just gassed up and I'm just about heading into Santa Barbara here. Santa Barbara, a lot of people remember the movie Sideways, very popular comedy that came out. And I'm going to be passing into Santa Barbara. I'm not going to stop here today, but I will be spending the next, well, tomorrow here at least, doing some work. But I'm on my way down to Carpinteria, and Larry is going to meet me down there. Hopefully there's a site for camping. It's sun's coming back out. For the last 30 miles it was all foggy, so I wasn't really sure. You never really know along the coast what you're going to get. You could drive for 5 miles and get total fog, and another 5 and beautiful sunny skies like you see here. Alright, so here we are. We're in Carpinteria. It's C-A-R-P-E-T-E-R-I-A, I believe. So I'm going to find the state park. The state park entrance, the sign says to go right here. There's a pool. And then the state park should be down here at the end. So we'll see if there's a campsite available for the night. Looks like it's going to be clearing. Make for a nice sunset. Okay, so here I am at the state park, down at the parking lot, and as luck would have it, sounds like there's a lot of spots available. There's the entrance right there. Looks like it's going to be a great couple days here camping. There's the beach right over there, so the sites are right on the beach. Okay, I'm in space number 25, and there's a big Rotary event going on at the other end of the campground, music festival. You can hear a train off in the distance, maybe Amtrak. So there's my tent. I got that tent at REI. I've never set it up yet. It's called the Kingdom 4, I believe. It sleeps 4 people, so I'm going to give it my best shot. It can't be all that hard. So Larry should be here in about 30 minutes. We're going to just play it by ear, and we'll do a game of chess, maybe go have a beer, and just have a nice evening here in Carpinteria, California. Okay, so my chess opponent has arrived, Mr. Larry Earhart. Larry, say hi to everybody.
Cheers!
Cheers. You brought the beer. You bring ice.
No.
Uh-oh.
But I brought firewood.
You brought firewood, okay. So you ready for a mean game of chess?
Perhaps.
I'm doing a California road trip, and I started 2 days ago, and I'm filming every day. It's just an online video thing. So I'm glad I could see your goofy face.
Right. Likewise.
Oh, God. We haven't played chess in a while.
It's been a while. So
Yeah.
Here's the campsite.
Yeah, look at the tent. So it wasn't totally easy for me to get this up. This is the first time I've had this tent up. I got it at REI clearance sale. Regularly, this is called the, what's it say, the Kingdom 4 model. And it sleeps 4 people. It has a partition in the middle for some privacy. And $350 retail. I paid $99 for it.
Wow.
And I don't know, I wasn't able to find any flaws, tears, anything. It's probably just something that was returned. So there we go. All right, so I'm going to get the rest of the campsite set up, have a beer, and we'll check back later.